We need to talk about this story because this might just be the most devilish man you've ever seen. So this TikTok girl named Osage Jennifer was brutally murdered by her baby daddy in France after giving birth to 3 children for him. Now, how they got into a relationship is another terrible story on its own, but we'll come to that in a moment. So after Jennifer was killed by Emmanuel, her baby daddy, he then proceeded to dismember her body and store them in the fridge for 3 weeks before attempting to dispose of them bits by bits. But before he could do that, friends and families of Jennifer were attempting to reach her, but anytime they called her phone, he was the one taking the calls, and they were always asking after Jennifer. And he would claim that Jennifer was at work or she did not want to be disturbed. And because of that, they became worried. And the police in France were called and requested to go carry out a welfare check on Jennifer and her kids in her home. And so on the 6th of July 2024, the police in France went to Jennifer's house to check on her. And while they got there, they saw Emmanuel, the 38-year-old baby daddy, coming down from the stairs with the Ghana must go of trash. Remember, it was a welfare check. The police did not suspect anything. So when they asked Emmanuel who he was, he introduced himself as the father of the kids and Jennifer as his girlfriend. And when they asked where Jennifer was, he told them that Jennifer had gone to work. And they were like, okay, they needed to ask him, more questions, and they needed to check the house. And he was like, okay, I need to go dispose of this and I'll be back. And that was how the police waited for this man to come back from throwing his trash. And he never showed up. He never came back. And that was when they knew something was up. They broke into the house so that he had locked the kids inside a room in the house. And when they rescued the kids, they noticed that the kids were in bad state. And they quickly took the kids to the hospital before they came back to the house to search for Jennifer. When they came back the second time, they searched the fridge and saw parts of her body stored in there. That was when they knew that this was a murder case. Instantly, they checked around the house and saw the bag that Emmanuel was trying to dispose of when they first came. And it was in that bag that they saw Jennifer's head. Apparently, he was beginning to try to dispose her when the police came. And thankfully, they were able to stop him and catch him before he could get rid of every evidence of her. And that was how Emmanuel was declared wanted in France for the murder of 25-year-old Jennifer Osage. As at the time of making this video, it's been said he had been caught and arrested by the police, and he had admitted to being involved in the death of Jennifer. However, he is claiming that Jennifer slipped on a banana while they were arguing and she hit her head somewhere and died. And it was out of fear and panic that he cut her body into pieces to dispose of. But you know what? We've been here before. We've seen these things before. And for some people, it might be true that Jennifer might have slipped on a banana and hit her head. Like this is some kind of Tom and Jerry cartoon. However, for Emmanuel, it's not true because this man is a narcissistic, demonic, manipulative devil. A close source of Jennifer gave an exclusive story on how she met Emmanuel. And when I heard this story, I was like, nah, this guy is a born devil. Some people grow up to be circumstances of the world, but this man right here was devil himself coming back to life. So it was said that back in 2017, when Jennifer was most likely around 18 or 17 years old in Europe, Jennifer was dating a man, let's call him Alex. Now, Alex is Emmanuel's older brother. And it seems like since they are all Nigerians, they all stayed in Europe, in Italy or maybe France. It's not clear where Jennifer was coming from. But what we know on how Jennifer met Emmanuel was that Jennifer was trying to go to France to meet her boyfriend, Alex. However, she got stranded on her way and got lost, and it became so late. And so Alex called his younger brother, Emmanuel, who was around the same area where Jennifer was on her way coming to meet him. And Alex was like, hey, Emmanuel, my girlfriend is coming to meet me, but it's late now and she's stranded and I'm at work. Let her stay in your place. And the next day she could come over to my place. That was how Jennifer, through the help of Alex, got connected to Emmanuel, her boyfriend's younger brother. And this would be the first time that Jennifer would meet Emmanuel. When Jennifer got to Emmanuel's house, instead of Emmanuel to act like a good younger brother and, entertain his brother's girlfriend, Emmanuel began gossiping. He began his skills of manipulation. He started getting into this young girl's hair. And you wouldn't blame Jennifer because she was young at the time. She was about 18 years old. It was said that Emmanuel told Jennifer that she's been cheated on and that Alex lied to her. That in fact, Alex did not want to see her, and that was why Alex pushed her to come and stay with him. Emmanuel was able to get into Jennifer's head to deceive her and make her believe that his brother did not want her anymore, and that his brother was married with kids. And that could be true with a lot of Nigerians in Europe, with, how some of them do have multiple lives, allegedly. And instantly, it was said that Jennifer was broken. She believed Emmanuel on the go. She was devastated. She started connecting one or two dots. It's not clear if she even tried to call Alex to confirm from him if all the things his brother was saying was true. And she just became a broken-hearted girl who now in turn needed a shoulder to cry on. And guess who was there? Emmanuel, the one who planted the seed of deceit. And that was how they slept together. And immediately she got pregnant. And it was while she was pregnant, that was when she was able to reach out to Alex. Maybe she thought she wanted to torture Alex with the information that, oh, you cheated on me, you threw me out, and now I've slept with your brother, yada, yada, yada. And that was when Alex revealed to her that Emmanuel lied, that he was never married, that he was literally faithful to her, and he was trying to get her to come over, but for some reason, Emmanuel had already painted all the story and clouded her head. And that was when Jennifer knew that Emmanuel had lied and had deceived her. But here's the thing, she was pregnant for Emmanuel, but Emmanuel did not want the pregnancy. Emmanuel claimed that the pregnancy was too soon and that it was most likely his brother Alex's own. And so, since Jennifer had spoiled her relationship or her chances to get back to her original boyfriend Alex, she had to be stuck with Emmanuel. But now Emmanuel is denying the pregnancy. And remember, this is still an 18-year-old girl. An 18-year-old girl. I feel like people need to know that she was 18 years old at this time. This is the age young girls, even boys, make some of the most stupidest mistakes. And so, since Emmanuel, being the asshole that he is, refused the pregnancy that was his, she had to take it off. And when she did, it gave Emmanuel the confidence, because Emmanuel thought that that was for his brother. So when she finally removed the first pregnancy, they started dating. She agreed to date him, and that is how they first entered into a relationship. And I was thinking to myself, like, come on, girl, you really want to date this man who lied on your boyfriend, on his brother, who made you abort your first pregnancy because he wasn't confident it was his? I mean, you're 18, you're not stupid. The red flag was glaring from the one. But I want to assume maybe she liked him, or he may have found a way to sweeten his words and apologize. These demons like this always have a way to soften the bite. He may have convinced her, like, sorry, I lied because I really loved you, because I really wanted you. And she may have fallen for that. However, dating Emmanuel would prove to be the biggest mistake Jennifer would have ever made, because her life started taking a tumble. When they started dating, she got pregnant, he accepted it, she had a child, and the abuse started. The manipulation started. The using started. Now, to show you that this Emmanuel is the devil himself, since he did not have a job and she did not have a job, and according to what sources are saying, they only make a living through welfare, through government support in France, especially when you have a child. I guess that is a big deal there. Once you have a child, the government will start paying you certain things. And I think that was what they were living based up on. And so this was what Emmanuel decided to do. One day, Emmanuel woke up and was like, Jennifer, I have an ex-girlfriend. And, I have a plan for us to get good money, about $10,000 or $20,000 or something thereabout. And Jennifer was like, what is the plan? Emmanuel was like, you're going to go to the police and tell the police that my ex-girlfriend brought you illegally into this country to be a sex worker. And maybe that was what his ex-girlfriend used to do, but now Emmanuel was planning to use it against her. And that was how Jennifer agreed with Emmanuel's plan, went to the police and lied on a woman that she did not know. And that was how they went to pick up Emmanuel's ex-girlfriend, who was just minding her business. Because Emmanuel had given her all the details she needed to accuse her, Jennifer used those details to get this woman locked up in jail for pimping her into prostitution in France. and in turn, they got paid. And I think that there's a law like that, that once you're brought here illegally, you get paid for whatever you were put through. This is all serious, my dear. Emmanuel literally had his ex-girlfriend falsely accused and locked up. And according to my source, the ex-girlfriend is still in prison today. Till this very moment, she's still in prison rotting for something she did not do. It's been over 7 years, Abi, thereabouts, that they did it. So back in 2017, 2018. That was when they most likely started the whole process of locking the girl up, and she's been there up to this moment. Now they've gotten the money, you think life would be well with the two of them. But apparently, given the situation, it's not. She got pregnant again, had another child, but the abuse did not stop. Emmanuel was physically abusive. He was beating her, beating the kids. And she got tired. She sought for help, and people stood up to help her. Some people promised to give her business. Somebody even offered to open a new apartment for her to move in with the kids. And I think she did that. She moved out of the house she was with Emmanuel, into a new apartment with her 2 kids. They tried getting her a job. She probably started TikTok because of this. However, somehow, someway, Emmanuel still came back into her life, into her new apartment, got her pregnant again, even after leaving him. And that was it. Somewhere in the middle of June, that was where it is believed that she may have died. And according to Emmanuel, who went live even after killing her, claiming that he did not do it, claiming that she fell during an argument, claiming that, he claimed that they were dragging her mobile phone with her, and she was dragging, and during the dragging of the phone, she slipped and fell. But it's hard to believe him. It's hard to believe him. I personally believe, with the kind of person that he is, he most likely noticed that this girl had wisened up and was done with him, and was maybe trying to call the police to report him for the things he's doing, only for him to end up killing her. So the life that Jennifer lived before now is unclear. We don't really know much about it. The only time we get to hear her story was from when she was going to meet her boyfriend, which was Emmanuel's older brother. And from then onwards, her life takes a turn. Even her receipt has a different name. Some are saying she's Edo, some are saying she's Igbo, and she has multiple names. But sources are saying she's an Edo girl, and it's believable because, she has Edo friends in the country there. Her death came as a shock to a lot of her friends and a lot of people who knew her, and to her small TikTok followers too, because no one expected it. They all thought she had left Emmanuel. They all thought she was done with Emmanuel. She had a new apartment. Even the latest pregnancy she had was a shock to a lot of her friends, because they were like, is it Emmanuel that knocked you up still? It's really unfortunate that this is how their life is going to end. At the time of making this video, like I said, Emmanuel had been arrested, but it's been said that he's acting insane, and if he plays it well, he might not go to jail, and he might not even stand trial. He might be sent to a hospital. But hopefully the French authorities see through him. But I don't know if they'll take it as seriously as they would, given that these are all Nigerians. I would assume they'll be like, oh, they're killing themselves. Even if you want to act mad, let them just go. I really wished, because the story that they lied against Emmanuel's ex-girlfriend, I wish that can come up, because somebody is literally in jail for what they did not do because of these 2 people. And one of them is dead. The other one is mad, allegedly. Stories like this are why you just have to live at the first red flag. I don't know why, maybe she's 18, but why would you want to continue going into a relationship with someone who lied to ruin your first relationship? Why? Why? You got pregnant for him once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And this man really showed himself, and yet she still went for him. Apparently, when she was getting wiser, it still wasn't enough. It's unfortunate, tragic, and sad.